Hey, what is going on, guys? Car Feed back again, bringing you guys another cool and exciting update. And I did a video on this earlier, the 2021 Dodge Durango with the SRT Hellcat edition. I'm gonna play out the segment where I discuss this in further detail on essentially everything we knew. But earlier this week, I found through my research a little bit more of an update that confirms two engine options for the 2021 Dodge Durango with the SRT Hellcat Limited Edition, and obviously the base engine, which will be a Pentastar V6 hybrid. And that's obviously an exciting piece of information as well. I like seeing the hybridization of engines. That's definitely my favorite part in the development of the auto industry right now. Obviously, there is a lot of hype over electrification and this and that and this and that, but to be honest with you, fully electrified vehicles are not only very cost intensive and resource intensive for manufacturers to make, therefore making it cost more money, therefore making it more expensive for us, the buyers and consumers. But it's also not as efficient and environmentally friendly as people say, because the batteries themselves are very detrimental to the actual environment and charging times are inconvenient. So what is a perfect middle ground for this, guys? I've been talking about it in many of my videos. It is hybridization, because you have a more efficient engine that can do fully electrified ranges up to certain speeds, which are generally the most polluting speeds when you're in a city driving slow in traffic and things of that nature. So with the hybridization, you have the best of both worlds, while you have the automaker still being able to produce the engine for less money, therefore making it more affordable for us. And you still have that naturally aspirated engine that you know and love, and it can obviously work in more efficiency when you're on more open roads and things of that nature. And in January, spy photographers caught what we thought might be a mild hybrid version of the coming Dodge Durango, and based on information from Mopar insiders, they gleaned from the UAW contract with Fiat Chrysler, learning some of these informations, and it turns out they were correct. Mopar insiders citing info from sources at Fiat Chrysler that the base engine of the 2021 Durango will be a 3.6 liter Pentastar V6 with e-torque. We don't have output figures yet, but the current Durango's base engine is the non-hybrid version of the 3.6 liter Pentastar V6, making 293 horsepower and 260 pound-feet of torque in the SXT trim. The V6 hybrid powertrain is offered in the Ram 1500, making 305 horsepower and 269 pound-feet of torque, and the Jeep Wrangler making 285 horsepower and 260 pound-feet of torque, but doesn't increase output compared to the non-hybrid engine in either of those models. We're sure buyers would love for Dodge to bump the numbers up into Ram territory, but the e-torque unit serves the god of fuel economy and low-end refinement, so we shouldn't be surprised if there's no change. The Mopar insiders report also discussed Dodge saying that they have 3 other powertrains coming for 2021. Most exciting being the 5.7 liter Hemi V8 that comes standard on the Durango RT, which will carry over adding e-torque as an option. Sorry, that might not be the most exciting one, but it's definitely one of the more exciting ones. That's the same standard and optional configuration that Ram offers in the 1500, equipped with the 5.7 liter Hemi V8. The Durango's V8 produces 360 horsepower and 390 pound-feet of torque versus 395 and 410 pound-feet in the Ram. And on the Ram, the e-torque system improves fuel economy by 2 miles per gallon in the city, 1 mile per gallon on the highway, and the 6.4 liter Hemi V8 on the Durango SRT will move into 2021 as well, which might definitely be the most exciting one. But the Durango SRT will need to cede its crown to the Durango SRT Hellcat coming next year, guys. Dodge has already put the Hellcat engine into a Durango Pursuit model for law enforcement, making the 797 horsepower SUV with the Hellcat red-eye motor definite badass. And we also saw a couple months ago, Road and Track caught a Hellcat badge on a Durango in a now removed Fast and Furious film trailer, leading all to believe the civilian use version of the muscle SUV was on the way. And Mopar Insider claims that we'll get Hellcat's 770 horsepower and 645 pound-feet of torque engine option on the next 2021 Dodge Durango, but the trim will launch as a limited edition bearing numbered plaques on the instrument panel, so there might be just only a few or a select few number of models for that. The only bad news in all this production shutdowns have caused big delays with the 2021 Durango and the brand new 3-row Jeep Grand Cherokee, which makes about a 3-month from original launch date delay, but nonetheless I still think it's something worthy to be exciting about, and a few months won't really add a damper into such pivotal and exciting plans for an updated Dodge Durango set of engines, as well having the SRT Hellcat to top off the range. And it's cool to see that they actually did put it in a police pursuit vehicle as well. But that's essentially it for the new updates, guys. Gonna play out the second segment of the video where I discuss more of what we know and what we've known for the last month or two. Thanks again for watching. Subscribe for more. Stay safe and have a great day. Another cool and exciting video, and today I want to talk about the 2021 Dodge Durango, and I'm essentially going to break this video down into 3 topics where I'm going to give you guys a little bit of discussion on the Dodge Durango SRT 2020-2021 edition. That's essentially no real interior changes, just a design change that will be debuted in Chicago. Then I'm going to go into further detail on what we can expect and when we can expect a refreshed, redesigned look of the Dodge Durango coming in for the near future years. And then lastly, I'm going to talk about the possibility of a Hellcat powered Dodge Durango, which was actually most likely, presumably, teased in the Fast and Furious reveal trailer this past weekend during Super Bowl weekend. So obviously that's going to be pretty exciting as well. But before we get into that, Dodge Durango SRT essentially got a new striped edition, essentially just a little bit of an add-on customization package for 2020, and it'll debut at the Chicago Auto Show. And the Dodge Durango is all new for 2020 if you guys want to consider this exterior look, but other than that, it's not really anything different. It's the same old unibody 3-row SUV, now with additional stripes for the SRT version, thanks to new appearance packages, 2 of them to be precise, introduced for the 2020 model year. Both will be available to order from March this year and will be displayed at the 2020 Chicago Auto Show, which just happened January 13th, as I mentioned. And the first is so-called black package, which, as you can guess, adds a blackened exterior component set similar to some of those Shelby blue lines, but in this case black. In my opinion, looks pretty cool, including black mirror caps and satin black Dodge lettering, plus 20-inch matte vapor wheels. The Durango and the SRT badges at the back are finished in metallic midnight gray color, and when it reaches the automaker's showrooms, the black package will be available at the manufacturer's suggested retail price of $1,495 additional dollars. And then we have the red line stripe package, meanwhile adding a full-length black satin center stripe at the red line accent tracers on each edge. Just like the black pack, it'll be available with 10 exterior colors: Belay Silver, DB Black, Destroyer Gray, FA Green, Granite Crystal, Octane Red, Reactor Blue, Red Line, White Knuckle, and Vice White at the price of $1,295. In my opinion, I really like how they're adding this little bit of a customization. Obviously, we're getting a little bit impatient in terms of seeing a full refreshed redesign, but that is coming, guys. In the meantime, at least they're giving some customizable options for you guys with a wide variety of colors. But as I mentioned, other than these 2 appearance packs, the Durango SRT remains unchanged compared to the previous model, which means under the hood you'll find the same 6.4 liter Hemi V8 engine generating 475 horsepower and 470 pound-feet of torque. Power is channeled to all four wheels through an 8-speed automatic gearbox and a performance-tuned all-wheel drive. Dodge promises a 0 to 60 miles per hour sprint in just 4.4 seconds, making the vehicle the fastest and most powerful and most capable American 3-row SUV. The high-riding Dodge's quarter-mile time of 12.9 seconds is certified by the National Hot Rod Association as well. So if you guys aren't familiar with the Dodge Durango and the SRT edition, it's definitely not a car you want to mess with. It is very quick, despite the fact that it is literally huge. But moving along into some news in terms of a refreshed Dodge Durango, it was actually spotted trying to cover its updated face, and usually when they take out these cars for testing, they do cover the main design elements that have been changed or they want to sort of keep under the covers for now. So I am assuming that the main change is going to be to the front. The Durango has a mild hybrid powertrain coming as well, and beyond the introduction of new trim levels, special editions, and option packages, as I spoke about just before this, the Dodge Durango hasn't really had a major refresh all the way back since 2014, and new spot shots have finally suggested that the crossover might soon get another round of updates. Dodge conceals the front end of this Durango, as I mentioned, and as you guys can see in these pictures, but it looks like the bumper shape is the same, and this one appears to have the small inlet on the top like on the existing RT and SRT editions. The grille seems to have a slightly boxier shape, the covering hides the lower fascia, and the fog lights seem to be higher than on the current model. The dual headlight lamps are different as well. The engineers don't hide anything else on this vehicle. The 4 emblem on the rear designates that this example has all-wheel drive as well. The agreement between the United Auto Workers and the Fiat Chrysler Automobiles indicates that a mild hybrid version of the Durango is on the way. This is very likely the same e-torque system for the Ram 1500 that's available with the 3.6 liter V6 and the 5.7 liter V8. It's possible that the Dodge crossover could get both of these powertrains as well. And in terms of production, the Jefferson assembly plant that builds the Durango got a $3 billion investment as part of FCA's union agreement. The money will go towards employing 1,100 more people there, and the factory will also build the next gen Jeep Grand Cherokee there. But again, just some exciting news on the possibilities in the actual refreshing of the Dodge Durango. We're going to see a hybrid powertrain, some refreshed looks, and some other options obviously for different trim levels. But if you guys are the true to the Mopar community and really like the strong powered engines, the V8s and things of that nature, I don't think you're going to be disappointed with the revamping of the Dodge Durango, as actually today as we speak we're getting some news that the Hellcat powered Dodge Durango was actually teased in the Fast and Furious trailer. Nothing is for certain, of course, but I'm definitely convinced that this is the case, and a lot of the times some of the newest and coolest cars are used as marketing tactics to be included in these big Fast and Furious movie trailers, which essentially are some action-packed car fun. And obviously Hellcat All Things has become a bit of a meme, and it appears Dodge is either in on the joke or non-ironically committed to the concept, but maybe a little bit of both. But in my opinion, it's obviously smart if they have this engine technology that is really top of the line. People love it, it's fun, and it's just badass. I really think why not continue with it. And this commercial FCA has introduced to coincide with the release of the trailer of the latest Fast and Furious film, appearing to depict a Durango SUV powered by FCA's supercharged menace. The horsepower gods are pleased. Credit for this kind goes to the fine road and track source, so credits to them, who spotted the fender badge at approximately the 17-second mark in the commercial. There's nothing really ambiguous about this one. The badge is shown prominently on the fender of the mystery vehicle, which isn't much of a mystery at all. It's a Dodge, and it's not a Charger or a Challenger, so it's pretty obvious that it is a Durango. But immediately after, the camera cuts to what's obviously a Durango silhouette, but we can't see a whole lot in the glare of the headlights. It also makes a sense from a product cycle perspective, as I spoke about earlier, which is why I wanted to talk about some of those introduction topics, as a Durango is as well past the point where it has received its AARP card. We're not necessarily expecting a replacement. The 3-row slot FCA lineup may go exclusively to Jeep once all is said and done, but I really think that with the introduction and some of the spy shots and information we've been gathering on the redesign of the Dodge Durango, some hybrid power options, some styling cues, and then obviously an SRT version and a Hellcat version, I really don't think that it's unlikely. If there's any downside to this, it's that FCA is going to run out of vehicles eventually. With the Ram Rebel TRX well underway and now this, there just aren't many vehicles left in FCA's various brand lineups that can physically accommodate a 6.2 liter V8 engine. But then again, I'm not really complaining because I have not seen the Dodge Durango Hellcat in real life yet. When that happens, I will be satisfied, and then we can talk about other possibilities or things of that nature. But again, just even thinking having a 3-row SUV going that fast, obviously we did see the Jeep Grand Cherokee Trackhawk doing something like that, but I think something about actually having a Dodge Durango having it is even more intriguing in my opinion. But that's it for today, guys. Just wanted to bring you guys some more news and exciting discussions on the Dodge Durango, the new redesign models coming, as well possibly the Hellcat edition. If you guys haven't subscribed or have some time to check some of my other content out, please do so. Thanks again for watching, guys, and have a great